Let's have a look. Nice hilltop here. Don't mind hills. But yeah, let's see how long we can stay here. We are definitely closing up to times where we will have a better luck with I'm not going to build it. I'm just going to place it down so that people are delivering their goods there, because they tend to just chuck it wherever they found it. So people are going everywhere in the locality to find food when it's rest time and stuff, and it's annoying. So yeah, we've got roots, clams, the usual. Yeah. This is basically what we have to rely on the first few millennia when we are this far north. Because there is nothing. You know, if you think about it, the first inhabitants of Norway came around 11k BC. But they didn't go up north. They didn't come from the north. They came from the east and the south. And they first started establishing tribes or places to live more around the Oslo Fjord, which is the eastern, the southeastern part of Norway. And of course, it was important to rely on the ocean, the food from the ocean. But of course, they also had seal, they had whale, and they had, besides clams, which we also have, they had crabs and mussels, you know, several things from the food, including the tear, you know, the sea kale and stuff like that. Yeah, and that also was used for animal feed, the tear from the coastlines. I wonder what the meat tastes like when you feed them this food. Because, you know, whatever you feed your animals, you know they will have a certain taste in the meat when you slaughter them. Oh, this is a nice place. Oh, I like this. A tiny tongue here sticking out that we're going to build on. And we even have a stone, the luxury. So we increased the hunters because until you have 3 hunters, there's no point trying to hunt the bigger animals because you won't succeed. You will starve to death while you're trying. So you need good tools and you need experienced hunters, and you need at least 3 if you're going to go for the bigger ones. So the bigger ones are the deer, the aurochs and the wild horses. The rest are considered smaller, and you can manage with 1 and 2. If you only can afford 1 hunter, go for the hares, go for the rats, the goats, the wild dogs, you know, the smaller ones that won't take days to kill, because that is the problem, isn't it? I see still a lot of not young, but new players that can't fell an animal because they have 1 hunter and they also are targeting the deer and the aurochs and the wild horses with their wooden toothpick. Not going to work. Not going to work. You need more skills, you need better tools, and you need more people to do well with the bigger animals. Otherwise, you can spend an entire week felling 1 animal. So yeah, look at that. Oh, that is so beautiful. I wish I could have this view. Yeah, of course I'd take a picture. I wish I could have this view every day. In the evening or even in the morning when the sun comes up. Not like I will be up when the sun comes up. What the heck? The further I sleep, the more it means I've been up late. Up late, sitting around my midnight hours doing games and stuff. Normally I am doing World of Warcraft in the midnight hours because I don't have time before. During daytime and stuff, I'm 100% busy. There's not a minute I can spare. And so my friends are relying on me for around midnight runs, and then we can do them up to like 2 and 3 in the morning. And then I sleep away the entire morning. I don't get up to like 8 or 9. So yeah, it's a bit late. Luckily, I don't need more than between 6 and 8 hours regularly. I can easily manage on 4 as well for a few days, but then I need to sleep a bit more. I think most of us can manage well on sleeping poorly a few nights, but then we need to kind of catch up-ish, if you know what I mean, to be okay again. So yeah, so I'm not sure it's very healthy to not have a regular going to bed time, but I just don't have time for it. You see, where the heck did we place our asses down? Gosh, I can't remember where we placed ourselves down. Let's go have a look. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So you need something that you place down so you can have camp focus. Otherwise, it will be on your leader, and the focus will be on your tribe leader. So yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see how long we can stay here. Maybe we can stay a few days. Who knows? We could be lucky, you know. This weather is so loving. You know, so many people don't like winter and don't like the snow. It's my favorite time of the year. I think it has to do with how I grew up in the more northern part of Norway. I don't think you can get a lot more north than we lived up until I was 14. I loved that we had midnight sun. I loved that we had so many days where we were complete darkness, because we found ways to thrive with something called hygge. Yeah, it's not a typical Norwegian thing. It's typical Scandinavian, because a lot of Scandinavian countries, and also Finland actually, even though they're not part of Scandinavia as such, have the days where you only have a few hours of light and then the rest is dark. But nobody more than Norway. So we're so used to finding ways to thrive in the darkness that we have. Our brain has associated darkness with coziness. So we suffer very little from winter depression in Norway, in comparison to everything else in the world that has not had this, that does not have this kind of environment, and these fluctuations in light and darkness. So normal people, almost said, people not Scandinavian. Yeah, normal people. People who does not have it, they can more often feel depressed due to the darkness, the dark winter months, while most Norwegians, and probably most Scandinavians as well, are quite happy with the darkness. There is no ill effect on the utter majority of us. And I miss the darkness, I have to say. I miss the darkness. I miss the long nights where you just see a clear sky, lots of stars, and absolutely black. Everything is black. The only light you have is the moon, that is so sharp and clear and beautiful. It's therapy. In my opinion, it's therapy. Are you unhappy now? Sleeping in the open? Yeah, I don't blame you. We need to get a few of these down. I also need to get enough fine sticks to chuck down some peltats, because now we have seven leather. And I think, yeah, so I started building weapons a few coast hops ago, because I was fearing that the fine stick would rot away. So I started making weapons and hunting, and it was a big plus to do that, because I was hoping we would find somewhere where they had sticks. So I was saving mine so I could get up at least one peltat. But obviously it took way too long, so instead of letting the fine sticks rot away, decay away without any use, I decided to make weapons, and we did. And now we're hunting as well, so you can see the food is excellent. Since we are more than 10 people, we can afford to have more than one hunter, so we are also hunting the larger animals. And seemingly with success. You can see there's quite a bit of raw meat. And that will also help on unrest, obviously, because raw meat is -7 unhappiness, so it adds to the happiness, which is great. Yeah. So this is how our ancestors had it. Okay, lacking a lot of stuff, but I know things will come. because I know some of their plans. I can't reveal it all, but you already know there will be more. They've already said there will be Ice Age, proper Ice Age, pre-10k BC, and there will also be the Metal Ages. And whatever culture the community wants, when it's time to make a new culture, make a new implementation in the game, or a new DLC, whatever, they will listen to the community. Whatever the community wants, the devs have already said this, whatever the community supports them with, they will make. And the better the game does, the more programmers they can afford to hire. At the moment, it's only them two. That's it. So of course it's not going to be as fast as World of Warcraft or anywhere else, anything else. They also have families they need to be with. They can't work 24/7, even though it actually looks like they can work 24/7. Because I have had times where we have worked till midnight to finish a patch, to release it. It's from 7 till midnight. It's from dusk to dawn, basically. And I know that at least one of them are always paying attention to the Steam forums, the Discord conversations, the forum overall, like in the web page and stuff. So I know that they are basically on duty 24/7. At least one of them all the time. So it's not like it's lack of trying that progression is slow or content updates are slow. At least they are only two people and they're only human. Yeah, so I know there will be a lot more. I know a lot of their plans, not all of them of course, because it's way too many. You need to remember that this game was planned for many years. All the work was done many years before they did the Kickstarter. So it's not like they started when the Kickstarter got successful and they got the economy to do so. It started many years before that. Many years. I can't believe they made their own engine. I just wish the optimization would be better on it, because even I, with my computer and my graphics card, have poor frames with a lot built and high population. And I wish we didn't have that, because that is one of the things that leaves bad reviews, that the optimization is not good. It is good up until a certain population and a certain amount of items placed down in the locality, and then suddenly it just drops down to like 20, even 10, dipping into 10 sometimes, even for me. And I have an i9 and an RTX 4080. I mean, and I have 64 gig RAM. Seriously. And of course everything I use is SSD because I need it to be quick. So yeah, there are definitely work to do with regards to optimization, and it shows on some players. I'm not saying the most players have potato computers, because I mean, if you can play with the requirements that is listed, then the optimization should also fit, right? To me that makes sense. Whatever demand they have put on the requirements should also grant good playing, which it doesn't. It does not do that at the moment, unless you play with lower population and lower amounts of objects. That goes without saying. That is not something that needs to be discussed even. It's not an opinion. This is a fact. The optimization still needs work, if possible. The thing is that I worry a little bit about is that we are going to give up more on the graphics, because I've already had to give up quadruple settings on my graphics because they have put it to low, normal and high, and I of course play on high. I remember when it was quadruple, the screenshots I made then were amazing. They were so detailed and beautiful, and now I barely make any because the details are so lowered in comparison to what they used to be, because they are working on getting better and better optimization. But you know, this is something that they had to make a choice. Do they want amazing graphics but poor performance? Or do they want to release a bit of the beauty of the graphics and have better performance? And of course, they have to do better performance, because the beauty of the game is only a part of the game. They also need to be able to bleeding well play it, you know. So that kind of goes without saying. Yeah. So just I think I've thought about this before, that I probably noticed or probably talked to you guys about it before as well, that I thought the better option for ancient cities would be to take the Unreal Engine and use, because a lot of games still use the Unreal Engine and it's superb for frames. It is not good for graphics, not like super duper good like this is super good for graphics, but Unreal is so much better for performance, it seems, stability. I mean, Unreal has existed since, is it late 90s or something like that, I think. Yeah, it's like 30 plus years, and it still is, I think, one of the better engines that games can use. Not that I am an expert on these things at all. I can just tell a little bit from the games that I have played through the past 20 years, that the Unreal Engine is really the way to go for many, many games. I also wonder if there will be Ancient Cities 2, where they are changing their engine, using the Unreal Engine and having much more content and much higher limits. That would be fantastic if there was an Ancient Cities 2 after they're done with Ice Age and Metal Ages. Or maybe they can start before. So I'm making up plans here now that they have no intention of finding out about. But I just hope that it continues, that it doesn't stop. So when the sales are bad on Ancient Cities, they have to calm down on the content because they don't have people to help them. And since there are only 2 people programming, it will of course take longer. But they are working on Predators. We are working on Predators because that is such an important part that so many want, that we cannot slack on that. We cannot choose anything else above it. But of course you also have to fix the bugs, and there's only one debugger, and that's Mr. Dev, and he debugs everything that I report. But there still are a few things that is difficult to find and sort with regards to bugs. But all in all, the game has very few issues. At least when you see my videos, there's not a lot, is there? Not a lot at all. I never have crashes or crashes to desktop or freezes or anything. But then again, I remember to update my graphics drivers and everything else, which is always a good idea to do, to upgrade on a regular basis. If you have the old GeForce Experience, you probably will not have proper updates going, because it seems to be a bit bob if they want to update automatically or not. So I always choose away GeForce Experience, take it away from my computer, and go once a month to NVIDIA website and find the driver manually, and then update it and install it manually myself. Then I know for sure that it has been done. So I have no crashes and no issues. And then again, I also don't use any mods. The low camera mod that I always use hasn't been updated in a while, so I can't use it. So I have no mods. But I do still have a mod ready to be used when there's quiet times, which are never, where you can have unlimited, no, not unlimited, you can have up to 2048 population. And yeah, I would like to try to reach that limit. I've come to 1200 once in a quiet time where I could play. But yeah, there's just no time. I'm so busy. Not even kidding. I got Mana Lords when it came out. I was like, I'm going to try it and see how it is. I haven't even had time to try it. There's just no time. No time whatsoever. Oh, dear me. Let me see how we're doing. So we are also creating these poorer housing, because we also need to work on architecture. We can't slack anymore about the skilling. You know, look how pretty. Oh gosh. Yeah, we need to keep up the skills, even though we have little to work with. We have enough to work with to do skills. So architecture, we can't slack on it. But you will never lose the straw huts. You will never lose the pelt huts, because they are simple Paleolithic constructions. So of course you won't lose them. So this is something that I'm so happy that I've managed to fight my way through to get into the game. Because this is something I've been saying since the start. We should have the option to keep Paleolithic stuff, tools and constructions without ever losing it. And finally it has happened. Yeah, there has been a lot of fighting about this. and yes, Lilly won. The tester won. You know, happy tester, happy devs. That is just true. If there's something I'm really unhappy with, I'm not afraid to let them know. Because even though I am also a tester, I'm also a player. I started because I wanted to play the game, not because I wanted to test it. That just happened. You know, because I was active and vocal. If it was something I loved, I let them know. If there was something needing improvement, I let them know. If there's something I didn't like, I let them know. And also gave them suggestions how to make things better, how to change things. And even a lot of their English I have done. Because, you know, they are Spanish and they use a translator. And that's not always correct. Actually, very few times it is correct. So there. Yes, I'm really glad we got that. So now we can't lose a lot of the Paleolithic simple constructions and tools, which is great. So even if you lose our knowledge overall in Tribe, you will still be able to work on getting it back, you know. But there are, like I've said before, there are changes coming to the knowledge system, which I think will be really good and very, very welcomed by the player community. The problem that we always need to be careful with regards to the development of the game is to stray too much away from reality, from the facts, the history, and what we know about what went on in that timeline. So this is something that we always need to weigh up against game playability, the enjoyment of playing it, which is also why some things are not realistic, because we could not have that any stone would never decay. Then there would be no decay on anything that was made from stone, like the axes or the flint spears. And so we need to go a little bit away from realism there and add decay. So that is on several things, other things as well. Yeah. So that's basically it. So what am I? Okay, so we have 18. Yeah. I think we need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have the housing, but of course it's not the best, so they won't be uber duper happy, but at least they won't be sleeping by the fireplace, and certainly not in the open, because that would be catastrophe. No kidding. Yeah, because now food is too low, so let's dismantle and get going. Oh, this one was paused. I need to unpause. There you go. Let's go, girls. Let's get it done. And then we leave in the night. We are sneaking away. I remember before they added trees and environment to the regional map. It was just nothing. It's just mountains and flat land and water, and that was it. There was no difference in anything. Now you can see there's greens, there's trees, there's difference in the water and everything. Oh, sorry about that. That was the door. Let's see, let's get going. Further and further north. So we're not really making it easier and easier on ourselves. We're making it harder and harder. But I wanted to, by 6k BC, I wanted to be all the way up there where the river is. I still haven't made up my mind if I'm going to plant my butt down by the river permanently, or if I'm going to find somewhere where there's a lot of mountains surrounding me. It's like dark, gloomy, and scary. So I just like that. I can't help it. I are a weirdo. Lily the weird. Yeah. I wonder what it's like to be normal. Oh, dear me. Right. Place down some huts. And the fireplace. Get stones. Don't need a lot. Didn't need to. We do want some more sticks. You know, it is the same procedure. It is the same procedure wherever you migrate to. Whatever size tribe, whatever, no, not whatever difficulty, because there is a few differences between beginner's normal and then compared with hardcore. But there's always comfort for people after food. So food, comfort. That's it. Food, comfort. Food always. And then fireplaces so they don't have to sleep in the open. And graves, yeah, keep an eye on your elders. And of course, offerings. For hardcore, 100% needs to get up. Beginners can wait a bit. But you don't have to. You can put it up whenever you like. So since they have reduced the efficiency of your people, it is difficult to get up a lot of things on day one. But you can still get up a pelt hut, a fireplace, and an offering on the same day you land. So it's not like it's impossible. It just takes a little bit longer time. So you need to be a little bit better with your workforce division and who is doing what. Yeah. Yeah, just I need a bit more raw stones to get the other pelt hut up, so I just paused one of them. Let's see how long we can stay here. We see we have plenty grass as well. Tall grass. So with regards to the DLCs, Ice Age and the Metal Ages have to wait until Predators are out. So we are testing Predators at the moment. You all know, I've been saying it several times, the Predators, at least 4 of them, are already in the game on the dev server, the testing server. But we still have a lot to do. And since I am the only active tester, I spend a lot of time trying to figure out if there are bugs with them, because now we also need to wait until all the behaviors that comes with Predators has been coded in, and that is where the utter majority of changes and fixes and bugs will happen. So that can take several months. I know I'm just as impatient as you guys are for getting some danger and blood, guts and gore and death and fear and crying and stuff in the game as the next man, but we have to do it right. Because I know Mr. Dev is a perfectionist. It probably is not always a blessing. It can also be a curse, because everything has to be so perfect with regards to behavior. So yeah, and to be honest, I'm not any better than he is. I also need it to be more or less perfect, but you know that there are limits to how much we can do and what timeline we have to work on. So time is not our friend. Absolutely. So yeah, but those of you who know or have paid attention to the progression of the game since, at least since I started. I can't say pre because I wasn't playing before, I don't know. But after I started, at least, progression has been steady with waves of how much is being done at the same time, pending amounts of bugs and fixes that had to be done as well. And now this is what they are focusing on, only focusing on keeping the bugs at bay, minimizing bugs, and continuously working on the predators. So that is basically what is cooking in the dev's kitchen at the moment. Predators, predators, predators. And with predators, we want danger, most 100%. We have done all the design. All the design is already done. Now we just need to have it implemented bit by bit and then weed out any problems as they come. So, yeah, can't wait until it's released, but it won't be tomorrow. Well, look at that. We can now make pits. Yeah. Oh, how much food do we have? Oh, yeah. Nothing. Okay, we might just have to get our asses up and leave. I'm not going to wait. Already did the dismantling. Let's go, guys. Maybe we should wait till they've done that one. Get that one done. So for me, especially on hardcore, where they have basically zero patience, I don't wait till all food is gone. I have to go while there still is food left. I pay attention to the income. If the income is slowing down, then I just up and leave immediately. It can so quickly go so titty up if you don't. You can see there are several larger prey left. I wonder if I should stay a little bit longer. We still have something. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what comes in. If nothing comes in, or if it does come in enough to feed them overnight. Oh, look at that. No, they're good. Okay, I can stay a little bit longer. A little bit longer. I'm so terrified of losing people to starvation, because that is the most avoidable that players can do wrong. To not feed everyone. That is the most avoidable event. You can't always avoid housing unrest. There's no way you can always avoid it. But you can avoid starvation. Absolutely. I'm taking them now that they've done slaughtered those big animals. The food is in camp. I'm letting people eat whatever they want. And then I'm gonna sneak back. Do I have water there? I think so. A small sliver. A tiny sliver of water will be fine. We'll be fine. Get them down. The usual stuff. It's always the same, isn't it? Always the same. Oh. That was weird. Tanners. Let's give them more people. We can afford it. You guys can go down a little bit because we have so much meat. Look at that. Can you see what I see? We have pears, guys. Guys, we have pears. We are saved. Pears is minus 12 unrest. So it adds to happiness. Because they love pears. I mean, who doesn't like pears? I know I love pears. Probably one of my favorite fruits. Let's get, for heaven's sakes, lock down your flipping bones. I do that mistakes way too much. I don't remember to lock down my bones. And people are too impatient, standing in line for the better food, so they go for the bones. Then they have plus 20 unrest with immediate effect. Damn! But the queuing has been limited only because the efficiency can be so hampered by people wasting their work hours standing in queues. So this is why this occurs. And then we as players, we just, oh look, flint cores. Then we as players just need to make sure we have enough service points. Or for those of you that does not know what a service point is, a service point is the amount of people that is allowed to use an object at the same time. So all objects except baskets and storehouses have only one service point. Storing in taking things from the open has a lot more, and also taking from storage areas has a lot more. But you know, the decay is so dreadful at times that you shouldn't really leave anything in open storage area long term that you can put up a proper storage for. Lidded, closed, you know, storage that you can close like a lid to keep it longer. So I also sometimes use storehouses for mud. Yeah, seriously. If I need to gather a lot of mud, for instance, to build a passage tube, I will easily chock down 4 storehouses and house 2k mud while they are gathering to make sure we don't waste too much. Because the only thing that has a higher... No, I don't think anything has a higher decay rate than the mud at the moment. Mud has the highest decay rate. Have a look on our hunters, how they're doing. Yeah, we have deer. 8k, 8k, 8800 PC, not 88k, because that's 88,000. That's not gonna work. Four kids. 100% happiness for now. It's just because we just landed basically. She pretty cool. Oh, she already has 2 kids. Yeah. So we don't have any berries here, or we have run out of them or eaten up the blackberries. But in April-ish we might get strawberries. Not likely at all, especially as we venture further and further up north. We get less and less chance of getting strawberries, at least in this timeline. But yeah, pears, guys. Pears en masse. We are going to harvest pears. Don't have to worry about them being chopped, because we do not have axes yet. I'm rather chuffed about finding these pears, to be honest. Quite happy about that. Don't need to ration because we have good amounts of food. What are you lacking? Is it the log? It is. Let me have a look and see. Oh yeah, you're busy doing my bidding, of course. Well, the log will have to wait then. You guys are going to do this. Getting up. More sleep spots. We can make another belt hut. So I think we're going to do that as well. we suddenly seem to be in a plethora of food, but you know, that's only the start. We'll not be afraid to uproot as soon as the food diminishes. I would rather leave a little bit too early than a little bit too late. People are now starting to become bothered by the lack of proper housing. We really do need to get up some fireplaces while we wait for better houses. Because they won't like sleeping more than a few nights out in the open before they protest. I'm going to stop that because we have plenty food. So there are 4 people sleeping by the fireplace and they don't like it one bit. Cannot blame them. Would you like to sleep in the open without having a sleeping basket? You know what they call it? Not sleeping basket. Sleeping bag. Oh my god. Oh my god. You can go up a bit, a little bit. Everybody likes pears, so when we have pears in camp, then they will be okay with a little bit more terrorism from me. Oh, it's going to go up to plus 50 unless I get the fireplace up soon. People are not going for the logs because I put them to do this. No, but they will do it now. Let's do it. One more. Oh, basically no logs here. The reason why there's no logs coming because I've tasked them with so much other things. It's the only reason. So I'm gonna put these guys to do some more of the collecting. Take over some of the tasks that these guys have. I'm going to make proper grouping as I go along. Only 17. Oh yeah, we had babies and kids, didn't we? Babies. Finally. Now I can put them back to oops. To get oops. To get pairs. Oh, those are already done. Yeah. And calm down the work hours again as well. Do not need those all the time. Yeah, let's see how long we can stay here. Wouldn't mind staying here for a while. It's quite pretty. So, until the next episode, have fun and take care.